Okay, here we go. Okay, tell me your names and your ages.
I'm Pauline Richardson Baliff, and I am 83 years old.
I'm Maurice Baliff, and I am 82 years old.
And how long have you been married?
Very long.
53 years.
And how many kids do you have?
We have 6, 3 boys and 3 girls.
How many grandchildren?
We have 21 grandchildren.
Is that how many you have? It's a lot.
We added those when they married. So we just added those that married into our family.
I know you got a lot out of this.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So do you feel like you've lived a meaningful life?
I think so. I believe we have. We have done a lot of things. I taught school for 35 years, and then we've been on several missions since I retired. And he went into the military, he served a mission, he's worked at 2 different jobs, 2 or 3 different jobs.
More than that.
He had his own wallpapering business, and he was a banker for a period of time, did social work for a period of time.
Oh, I didn't know you did social work, Grandpa.
A lot of sales, yeah. I
Okay.
worked for the State of Idaho Department of Public Assistance as a social worker.
How did you like that? Did you like social work?
Oh, I think so, yeah, at the time.
Because this is for a social work class.
Oh,
Okay, what is your biggest regret?
Biggest one?
Regret.
Hmm.
Told you these questions weren't going to be the easiest.
There are 2, I guess. I'm sorry I didn't go ahead and get a master's degree
What would you have gotten it in?
in education, but I'd have gone that one step further. But we had our children along that, and so I didn't get to do that. And the other regret is, still, I wish I could have been a stay-at-home mom. Even though I loved teaching, I think it's good for moms to be home. So I don't know that it's a super regret, but it is.
Those are 2 very conflicting.
Yeah, conflicting goods.
Yeah.
Conflicting goods.
What about you, Grandpa? What's your biggest regret?
Well, I think my biggest regret is that I wish I hadn't hurt my back. That's caused me a lot of trouble.
And how do you, this is a tough question, how do you feel about dying? Does it bring up a lot of fear? Do you feel, peaceful about it? Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I feel peaceful about it. I think that I had a busy life, lots of things, and I've been able to do lots of things. And I'm not afraid of death. It's just one more step in our progression, so it doesn't worry me.
What about you, Grandpa?
I've missed it twice. Once with cancer 25 years ago, and a heart attack last May. I was 2 minutes from getting out of here.
I know, you gave us a pretty good scare there. That must mean you're not ready yet.
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready?
Oh, sure.
But
Well,
they're not ready for him.
We're not ready for you to. Okay. Now, what if your significant other dies first? Would you remarry? So, statistics say that usually men will remarry, but women will not when they're widowed. Do you think you would remarry?
No.
No? That's a hard no for Grandma. What about you, Grandpa?
Never.
Never?
Can we say why?
Yes, I would love for you to say why.
At 83, if I married someone who was 83, he would probably be going through health problems and etc., just like I would, and it would be hard to start over again with a two-person relationship. It wouldn't be something that I would like to do.
What about you, Grandpa?
I'm in no shape.
You're in no shape to go on dates?
No, I'm in no shape to have another wife.
Grandma was enough for you?
That's probably true.
Well, it's been a long haul.
53 years. Most people don't make it that long.
That's true. That's true, and
Yeah, that's right.
we don't want to mess up what we've already done.
And how are your relationships with your kids?
Wonderful. We have wonderful kids. Just good to us, help us, would take care of us if we needed them, and they're there when we need them. But
Yeah, you guys, in the book anyways, it says that a lot of times that's not the case now. A lot of people don't take care of their parents as they age, as they get older, because it becomes such a hardship, especially if one of them's sick, but you guys aren't.
and that's true, and we try very hard to stay well and be able to take care of ourselves. And we're lucky that we are, because at this stage of the game, at 83, many of our friends are not very well, and health is the big key. Health is the big key.
Okay, can you describe what's your typical day like? You guys are pretty active. A lot of people your age are not as active as you.
No, that's true.
We do water aerobics 2 to 3 times a week. She is working now on her family histories and her genealogy.
So I spend a lot of time on the computer, which also is not very many people.
No, not many people
So
your age spend a lot of time on the computer.
But I walk every morning 2 or 3 miles. It depends on the day. 2 miles or 3 miles. And we were in Logan with our daughter today. We're going to a beautiful Saturday at the new theater. And we just try to keep going and doing activities. We're active in our church.
Mm-hmm.
We go to our meetings and we participate and we try to help others.
Yes, you guys are definitely more active than most.
We have a cabin in the summer and try to go up there as often as we can.
Do you feel at all like that you've cognitively declined with age? Like, do you feel like your memory has gotten worse, or
Heavens, no.
no?
It's still as sharp as it ever was.
No, the things we forget, I forget words. All of a sudden I'm talking and I have a word that goes away, and we usually can fill in for each other. Sometimes it's people, and we ran into a friend a few years ago that we both knew, and we talked and we chatted and we had such a good time, and after we left we said, "Who was that?" And
Well, that happens to me, and I'm 28.
After we'd gone to bed, Maury yelled out his name. "That's Bob!" And then we both knew. So those are the things we draw. We still remember most things and still can do most things.
Yeah, you guys still do pretty well. Okay. I know you guys are involved in your community. How is it that you're involved? How do you stay in touch with the community? Because a lot of people your age do isolate a little bit more.
We just get out. I walk with people in the mornings. We do water aerobics with friends. We are active voters. We participate whenever there are activities in our neighborhood. We just stay involved. And of course, working with family history, I work with people that keep me.
And you do a lot with the church.
Yes, a lot with the church.
We have a group that we've met with once a month for several number of years.
10 years at least.
10 years.
4 couples. And some of them moved away and are in different areas, but we get together. I still get together with my friends that I went to Europe with 53 years ago.
Wow.
And they're still my dearest friends. We were roommates before that, and
So you've kept your relationships pretty healthy throughout the years.
yes.
And we've mentioned this, that you are involved in the church, and what does your spirituality do for you? They say people that are involved in church or just spiritual in general tend to live longer lives. What do you think your spirituality does for you and being involved in the church does for you?
For me, it tells me where I've been, why I'm here, and where I'm going. Because those are big things. People worry about that. That's why death is
it causes a
not
lot of
scary
fear.
thing. I feel a great deal of security. I feel like I'm important to my Father in heaven. That He knows me, and I pray, and not to change Him, but to keep myself in line. And I just don't fear death as such, because it's just one more step in that progression that I feel.
So it gives you a sense of security in life.
Life and death, in both. And for other people too. We mourn when our friends pass away and our family, but we know that they're going to be okay, because they're going to be with the Lord again. They're going to be there. So, and we believe that we will see them again, that they're not just gone. So that is security. It gives us peace.
Which is very...
What about you?
I forgot the question.
What does your spirituality do for you and being involved in the church? And
Well, it probably makes me a better person.
yeah, gives you some morality guidelines.
Morality?
Morality.
What's that?
Oh, Grandpa, come on. You know what that is. Okay, what brings you the most joy in life, or has brought you the most joy?
I guess
Family.
family is the big thing, and that because you're interacting and because you have greater love for family than you can even equate, really, because and individually and collectively, what they do for each other is a great joy. It's just a peaceful joy, knowing that we suffer with them when they have difficulty. We feel sad for them, but we also love them no matter what, and pray for their goodness.
What about, is that what brings you the most joy to Grandpa's? Oh yeah, you said family.
Well, I think so. Lots of things bring you joy, and lots of times you don't realize it till they're gone, you know. And of course, with my back problem, I don't get to do the things I used to do that I really like to do. Of course, I played tennis for 65 years, and that was fun. I had
Yeah, I remember that.
some real good times playing tennis over the years. Started with playing with my father and ended up playing with my brother.
And in many, many games he played for BYU on there. He was outstanding senior. He played for the Air Force. He played tennis. And that was a great joy for him all over his life. I loved teaching. I loved teaching. I was glad that I did. I loved the kids and I loved working with them, with their parents. And
Yeah, I remember when you were teaching still.
yes.
I remember that. Okay, so big Erickson, has a whole theory on this piece of life, where this time in life is where people either feel like they haven't left a legacy or they have. And do you feel like you've left some sort of legacy? So people either fall into like regret at this stage for not accomplishing things, not feeling like they left a legacy, or the opposite. So do you feel like you guys...
Oh, I don't think that that's really terribly important. You probably, what you think is a legacy is probably not to other people, and I think you have to be satisfied with what you did and how you did it, and you can't. You can always look back and say, "I wish I'd have done things differently." You know, I did a study when I was a psychology major that I tried to prove that you make the same mistakes no matter what the situation is. So it didn't go over too big, but anyway, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
I feel like our biggest legacy really is our family, but I think in teaching I touched a lot of lives, and now I'm trying to do family history so that my ancestors, I know them, so that their stories are important to me, and
Yeah, you did my dad's.
and that legacy is going to be left with my children, so they'll know their grandparents.
I can tell you this, that something you will never ever hear of again is I was a wallpaper psychologist. I saved a lot of marriages.
How did you save a lot of marriages?
Most of the time when a husband tried to wallpaper for a wife, he ended up throwing the brush at her.
Oh,
And I saved a lot of them by doing the wallpaper for them, besides the fact that I had a degree in psychology.
Okay, what is the hardest part of getting older?
Your body starts diminishing. You get shorter, we try to stay active, but even then, there are parts of our body at this stage that are just kind of tired of doing their job. And so you end up with different diseases that you thought you would never have. You end up with your bones being a little stiffer, and you're not able to climb the stairs as quickly as you used to, nor sit down and stand up, and all kinds of things. Your body, and you just have to adjust to it. There's not a thing that you can do. You do.
It's a scary image when you look in the mirror.
Yeah, do you get scared when you look in the mirror, Grandpa?
I can't believe that that's the same person I used to know.
Well, at least Grandma still likes looking at you. That's what matters, right?
Does that matter?
Don't ask her that question.
Don't ask her that. Then you will get a divorce. Just kidding. Just looking at you. Okay. And what's the best part? What's been the best part about getting older and living this long and staying married this long?
Having each other.
Yeah, you guys been through a lot.
The older I get, the better I was, and I was good.
You were
I
good?
don't have to prove it anymore.
Nope. Is there anything that you still want to accomplish? Like goals that you feel like you haven't finished, or like bucket list things that you haven't checked off?
My bucket's empty.
Now, there are always things I hope I have enough time to do what I plan on doing. And family history is probably one of the big things. To really get all that down on my family and the 4 lines, and also on Maurice, and find out more about those people who, because we're all part of what they were, because you get your eyes the same color as someone, and your hair is the same color as someone, and your face is shaped, and but not only that, intellectually you picked up from them. So these people are who you are in that fine strain. We don't know what we'll pass on to the next generation, but we hope that we give them the good, not the bad.
Well, that's all my questions. Is there anything else you guys want to add about this stage in life that you feel like is important that I didn't ask?
Think of anything?
I can't think of anything.
I think you've covered it pretty well. It's not easy. Growing old, it's not easy. Because of the information, the technical things today, they're way over our head on so many levels.
Well, Grandpa loves to text.
He loves to text, but he won't do family history.
But he'll text.
But it's when we see things that people are doing and accomplishing, it just blows my mind, because the world has changed. When you consider when we grew up, being born in 1933 and 34, there are a lot of things that are very, very new to us, and it's going so fast that even if we tried, we could not keep up now. You all came with minds, and you started early with this, so the computer is not foggy to you. It's, I can do what I have to do on it, but when it stops, I need to call somebody and say, okay, what do I do next, and how, and I was slammed the other day.
Well, I have to do that when mine stops, too.
When we just, but technology, as fast as it is going, is really a big frustration to us, because we just can't keep up.
Well, thank you guys so much for willing to be interviewed. I really, really appreciate it.
I'm glad you asked.
I hope you get an A.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I hope I get an A too.
We love you, and we
I love
are
you
glad
too.
we could do that.
All right, thank you guys.